right?
That's beef. Speaking of beefs, man, we got so many beefs going on in this motherfucker, man. I can't
Yeah.
keep up. But before I let PY take over, man, we have to send a great heart to Irv Gotti, man.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
pioneers, great producers, man. You gotta
Long live
respect him.
Irv
Start
Gotti, bro.
with a Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, the list goes on, man. But I do want to know, I know PY and Smiles, y'all be into this. Like, how did he die? Like, was it because of
Yeah,
another stroke he
he
had?
had diabetes.
Yeah.
Oh,
He had diabetes. He had diabetes, and then he wasn't keeping up with
Type 1.
his health and stuff like that. With because when you got diabetes, that's what my dad died of. When you got diabetes, you really got to change up your diet. But sometimes you get to this is a whole nother story. But I feel like sometimes you get to a point for men, if they really want to go, they just not taking care of themselves. They just like it is what it is. I'm gonna live my life, and you better enjoy me while I see it. That's how I feel like Irv Gotti was like.
I think some people get discouraged too because my friend whose son I raised, I still basically I'm in his life, but she passed in 2021,
I'm
and
sorry for that.
I watched her go from 140 pounds to 60 pounds. I watched her have to not be in control of her bowels anymore.
Damn.
So I don't know how serious it was for him, but
and that was a cause of diabetes?
Yeah.
that she got diabetes honestly because she had a baby. She had a baby. They didn't tell. They told her she had gestational diabetes. When after she had the baby, they never said anything else, and she went a whole 2 or 3 years not being treated. And by the time she did get treated,
Y'all should have sued the fuck out that hospital.
but I'm just saying that to say, watching somebody go through that,
Yeah.
the poking themselves, always in the hospital. She used to always complain about that, the always being poked and prodded and looked at. And then you can't control your weight. You don't feel good about yourself. And it does get to a point where you, like Smile said, it's just like, I'm just, not that I'm just going to live recklessly, but at the end of the day,
you just don't want to suffer no more.
yeah.
You want
You're going to live
Yeah.
your life how you fucking want.
So rest in peace, to Irv Gotti. Despite all the craziness that he had going on before he died, the comments he made about Ashanti, and rest in peace.
What comments he made about? They said, hey, hold on. They said that the reason why he went into that cardiac arrest was because of the shit that 50 Cent said. But what did he say about Ashanti? I missed that one.
Okay. We saying rest in peace, but I'm just, okay, so basically, the thing with Irv Gotti was, him and Ashanti was supposed to have been messing around when she got signed to Murder Inc. He was married,
right?
But that was like his,
and
then
he was 10 years older than her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she ended up messing with Nelly, and once he found out about it, I think they went to a basketball game or something, and a picture was taken. So once he found out about it, he was just like, I'll go over there, let him make you somebody. Then these last few years, he didn't want to give her masters. He was talking bad about her, talking about, oh yeah, I wrote this song. What was that song? I can't remember, but it was on her first album. I think it was Happy. And he was like, yeah, I had just, put it on her, and she went to the shower and I turned over and wrote the song, or she wrote the song after we had sex. Like, he was just saying a lot of things.
Like that?
He was saying a lot of disrespectful things.
Yeah, he did her cold.
Oh, damn. That's why 50 Cent was going on. I'm like, oh, man.
So hopefully, because she was trying to re-record her first album because he wouldn't give her masters.
Did he give her masters eventually?
Nah. So I would love to know what's going to happen now. Did he will them away, or who's in charge of his, business, because he never gave them to her.
Maybe Irv Gotti got the last laugh on Ashanti ass, huh? That's fucked up.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But we talking about beef. So since you said 50 Cent, how do y'all feel about 50 Cent the last, I want to say, 48 hours? Going in on Lil Meech, Big Meech. He's upset.
He's fucked up.
He's upset.
I don't think he's fucked up.
He's upset because Big Meech took a picture with Rick Ross, and then he posts, Lil Meech text, and Lil Meech is basically saying he put money in my dad's pockets. He paid my dad bills, which, if y'all know how BMF used to be, everybody in Florida, all the parties, everything, nobody paid for nothing. Everything was on him. I don't know what type of drug stuff they may have had going on, but it sounded like he just saying, Rick Ross is just paying his respect. But 50 went left.
I don't think 50 went left due to the fact that when you was in jail, they didn't look out for your son. 50 Cent put your son on, made him a millionaire. So with that being said, when he got out, 50 Cent basically already had like another series only for Big Meech, so Big Meech can eat. So it's all about loyalty. You on my side, I put food in your pockets. It don't matter if Rick Ross gave you 100,000. That 100,000 is not gonna last forever. 50 Cent is putting you in a position that you can eat for the rest of your life. So you basically just said fuck him. Everybody knows Rick Ross and 50 Cent hate each other, just like 50 Cent and Ja Rule. So I feel like you just basically you bit the hand that fed you.
Somebody
and you seen what the post when he was like, yeah, Lil Meech was like, yeah, I'm just getting ready for the next season. He said, what next season, little nigga?
Saw that.
No, that was fucked up. Somebody said 50 is petty, but I think it's a business move for more promotion to finish the last season. I think that's a good conspiracy theory, but I honestly think 50 Cent really real life feel like Big Meech real life backdoored him. But whole time it's not really, but it's not. Let me tell y'all why it's fake though. Number one, 50 Cent already knew what was up with Meech in this situation with Tammy. I'm gonna tell you this.
Is he a snitch or what? That's what I want to know.
I don't know if he not necessarily a snitch, but did he put niggas on people to get back? Who knows? Probably.
So
But is it good? I mean, you call it what you want. I call it a play. I call it a play because if you know what I'm saying, I call it a play. She actually tried this play before. That's why we thought he was getting out, but it didn't work because she slept with the fucking detective. But he ended up getting out. So it's a play. I think Big Meech is gonna be good at the end of the day. Big Meech gonna do what's good for him. I think he just used to being the boss, and now he ain't want to be up under 50 Cent. And probably was like, man, 50 probably was like sonning them like because your son me and 50, and he sold his fucking life rights to Tammy. So 50 Cent. So Big Meech is really useless to 50 Cent for real.
Who's Tammy?
And Tammy is the lady that Big Meech put on to the nigga Cuffy to get bag. He sent him 100 bricks or something like that. And Tammy was the interceptor in the play, and she was also a witness for the feds.
Okay, got you.
And so she bagged the dude, and he got bagged 25 years and shit. And nobody would have believed the dude Cuffy, because Cuffy been saying, actually, shout out to 607 because he was the first person that brought this to light, actually, about Cuffy and Big Meech. So I think Big Meech is just not trying to be up under 50 Cent because 50 Cent, he really, like, Meech is really dead weight, actually. And the only reason why 50 Cent was keeping Meech alive on the strength of his son. But now that Meech fucked up with Ross, he like, man, fuck your son, because your son could ultimately turn on me because that's your son. And why wouldn't he? If that was my son would turn on you for me. Fuck is you talk about?
You said, I agree with you as far as Meech was somebody that I guess you would look at like a mob boss. This is somebody that was literally in the streets. This is somebody that had dealings with people from Colombia. Like, dude really was one of them ones. So I feel like I agree with you. You cannot think that somebody like that is going to get out of jail and he wants a handout. You can't and I feel like Rick Ross, that's not a handout, because like I said, we don't know the dealings that they had or what Meech did for him before he went in.
Right.
And everybody already knew, like, when he get out of jail, my nigga, everybody he helped, everybody he put on, you gonna have to pay your respect, whether you and 50 Cent got beef or not. Now, taking a picture, I probably wouldn't have taken a picture, but at the same time, this nigga is not, he don't mean nothing to me. 50 Cent and Meech wasn't cool. 50 Cent and Meech wasn't best friends. They wasn't interacting before he went to jail. Like, oh yeah, this my Ace Boon Coon. Meech and Ross knew each other. Second, I feel like 50 is the type of person that all these years he been trolling people. All these years he's been going at people that haven't really, they to me, I don't feel like they really had 2 feet to stand on when it came to him. People was intimidated by him. Meech is not intimidated by him. Meech got a lot of shooters. He got a lot of people. We don't even know who he still got out here. So I just think for 50 Cent to be posting rat pictures, like, you're doing stuff from the internet.
He a rat? I mean, do you think he a snitch?
I think that anybody, and I've seen my bosses on documentaries say this, anybody who does crime and they're making a profit, they have the police, quote unquote, in their pocket. They're giving them information about other drug dealers and about other people so that they can still have that relationship. So if you want to say snitching is snitching, but for him to be on the internet blasting like that in real life, if this was the 90s when Meech was who he was, if he would have did something like that, even spoke on that, he probably wouldn't be here right now.
Last episode, little nigga.
See how 50 Cent son made a video and put it out today? Like, you was saying all this stuff about me, and you had my dad back. You was loyal to my dad. Now look at what my dad did to you.
Marquis told the nigga he warned Lil Meech. I swear to God, he warned Lil Meech. He said, man, don't get close to that nigga, man. He'll turn on you, young. And what 50 Cent do? 50 Cent turn on anybody, but guess who gonna give 50 Cent the karma that 50 Cent gonna get? It's from that son that he hold on that pedestal.
Oh, the little mix. Oh, the little
man. That son gonna have karma for his ass. Watch what I say.
Big Meech is not gonna do nothing to 50 Cent. He might send somebody, but him man, he spent 20-something years in prison. He don't have another 21. He wasn't
been thinking of a master plan this whole time. Y'all don't think this all a play? Y'all crazy. Meech been playing it. This chess for Meech. What, 50 Cent? 50 Cent just motherfucking thought he checkmated, nigga? Nah. Big Meech just said, got one. Checkmate, nigga. 50 Cent trying to play it, because remember I told y'all 50 Cent know that Meech sold his life rights to Tammy, so he having a meeting with Tammy about doing a documentary exposing everything about Meech, right? But guess what? Little to 50 Cent knows. I ain't going, because they might be looking. I forgot. I'm all exposing the real shit.
Let me hold.
And they all looking at. I forgot. My fault. Unhand me.
Cameron and Jim Jones.
Yeah, let's talk about that. When I was so lost when Cameron was talking shit about Jim Jones, what happened?
He did. I can't say I'm a Dipset fan, but I did used to rock with Dipset. Like, when I was
say you a Cameron fan, he in my top 10.
I used to rock with Dipset. But it seemed like Cameron constantly, this kind of go back to when we was talking about teams, right? So Cameron is like, I already had Dipset, I already was rapping, I already had my stuff popping, and I added Jules Santana, and this what it became. Real with you, I'm sorry, but Jim Jones got a valid point, and I've been looking at a lot of like the fans' comments that been following them. Jim Jones literally held Dipset down. There was a time where I didn't even hear Cameron, no Bird, no Dipset, no nothing. And Jim Jones was still out there with the chain. He was still pushing it, him and Jules Santana. And
Jim Jones that Easy E beat.
Yeah, like niggas was they was really, you know, pushing that and putting on for that. And Cameron, of course, because that's his conglomerate, you feel me? His name is still out there, his music is still out there, you feel me? And I just feel like that's something they, whatever issue they had, they should have went behind closed doors and they should have talked it out. For Cameron, you doing the same thing like 50 Cent. You trying to make him look like your bitch. Like, I'll put you on. You was just a fan. If it wasn't for me, you ain't this, you ain't that. And it's like,
okay, to be fair to Cameron, Jim Jones was a fan of Cameron coming up. He was a fan, you know what I'm saying? But also Jim Jones was also putting in on the street side. Cam was a fan of Jim on the street side because Jim was doing the street work. He was going to school in Brooklyn, coming to Harlem, putting in work, and he noticed Cam, you know, they had a little interest, you know, and then Cam taught Jim how to rap, and guess what? Jim actually was a great fucking rapper, and the nigga ended up holding Dipset down so much. Jim Jones became the face of Dipset. I never saw Cameron, honestly, growing up as a face of Dipset. I always saw Jim Jones and what's the nigga Santana? Joel Santana. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about Jim Jones, though, is that he's such a real Harlem, cocky New York nigga, is that the image, he just pushing that image too much. It's like, it's not believable, though. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he don't have no humbleness, you know, about him. And Cameron is a little bit more humble, and he's a little bit more personable when it comes to interviews. Like Jim Jones had the interview with Cam Capone, and the nigga talk about some nigga, don't ask me no question about Cameron. You ain't paying me enough for this, and if you ask me a question, I'd have told that nigga Jim Jones, man, eat a dick, bitch. And I told everybody, man, shut the cameras off. We out of here.
You can Google it or YouTube it. Jim Jones has done many interviews where he's cried and talked about Dipset. So, where he's like,
I paid my whole bag for him to cry. Nah, nigga, come on. I'm going to ask you my shit.
Like, I'm sitting here, and when I had your back, he just basically trying to reiterate his stance as far as Dipset goes.
No, he's basically trying to invalidate his hood page and then say he's not from Harlem.
Cameron is an Aquarius, like Smiles and myself. We wear our heart on our motherfucking sleeve, man.
Yeah.
I'm Cameron all the way. Shit. And he my top
Cameron's an Aquarius. I didn't know that. Look at Crump. Go ahead, Crump.
Aquarius, baby. I'll put the
Aquarius, yo.
Tell me. Yeah.
Snapping the fingers, you know what I'm saying?
Aquarius.
You know what it is, though? It's just that
we're waiting for you. Snap them fingers for us. It's our season.
I mean,
you got hurt by an Aquarius.
Be emotional, though. These rap niggas is, you know what it is? The street niggas really, they don't have no emotional intelligence. They just have anger and aggression and bully. They don't really have emotional intelligence. So when they're in environments or in situations where emotional intelligence is required, they act out. And in ways that they act out is like, you know, sometimes rants on the internet, or sometimes, you know,
like
it's
girls.
like, yep.
Niggas don't act like that. Take it to the, just make a diss record like he did. Like, y'all rappers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why y'all niggas box or something? Why y'all niggas on the internet?